I advise Beyonce to divorce Jay-Z as soon as possible because I'm ready to shoot a documentary about Jay-Z, and I guarantee it will outgross Diddy's documentary. If Beyonce sends me a legal letter on behalf of Jay-Z, I remind her to stay quiet. This is a dispute between men, and she has no right to interfere. I have to let everyone see the true face of Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Diddy have been longtime friends, and their business dealings never stopped. He frequently attends Diddy's parties, so why do people think he's innocent? Jay-Z and Diddy got involved in the same case in 2024, where a victim claimed she was assaulted by both Jay-Z and Diddy. I remember Jay-Z saying these were all rumors and that he was defending Diddy. But ironically, Diddy got arrested in 2025. And there's enough evidence to count his crimes on one hand. I've known them for 20 years, and I know how many bad things they've done behind the scenes. After Jay-Z founded his company, he repeatedly got into copyright disputes. In 1999, he was convicted.
This wasn't just a warning, this sounded like a threat aimed straight at Beyonce. Someone stepped forward and said she should leave Jay-Z immediately because a documentary is coming that could destroy everything people think they know. And just like that, the calm image around Jay-Z starts to crack. The message was clear: stay quiet, don't interfere, because what's coming is bigger than rumors. But this is where things get crazy. Why would anyone be this confident unless they had something real? Now the story gets darker. Jay-Z and Diddy are being pulled into the same conversation again, tied to past allegations people tried to ignore. For years, Jay-Z brushed it off as noise and even stood by Diddy. But then everything flipped when Diddy's situation exploded publicly. Suddenly, old moments don't look the same anymore. From past legal issues to personal scandals involving Beyonce, the image of perfection starts to feel carefully built. And this changes everything, because if even half of this is true, what else has been hidden all this time?
I've already gathered the evidence, and I'm going to give Jay-Z a surprise.
Jay goes, let's get it straight. Nobody's afraid of 50 Cent.
I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
At that point, his safe presentation, even the glasses, what the glasses represent? Intelligence, right? A nerd, maybe? What are some of the things that come along with you being a nerd? Like, don't hit a guy with wild. He's not identifying with the transition and difference and the perception of Jay-Z. Now he's really safe, and people feel comfortable with him because they know he's not going to do anything inappropriate or try not to. Meanwhile, when he's saying he's not afraid of 50 Cent, why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked me if I'm afraid of Jay-Z? In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records, plural, 2 of them.
For years, the tension between 50 Cent and Jay-Z stayed buried under success and silence. It was always there, but nobody treated it like a real conflict. It felt like something the industry chose to ignore. But now that silence is breaking, and it's coming out louder than ever. At first, it looks like a normal rivalry between two powerful figures. Two icons with different paths and different styles. But then something shifts, and the tone becomes darker. The moment Jay-Z and Diddy get linked again, everything starts to feel different. Because now the conversation isn't about music anymore. It's about connections, circles, and hidden access. People are starting to look at who stood next to who. And suddenly, old memories begin to feel uncomfortable. But this is where things get crazy, because public opinion has already flipped on Diddy. The same industry that once praised him is now questioning everything. His image has completely changed in the eyes of many. And anyone connected to him starts facing that same heat. What happened next shocked everyone, because stories began surfacing from different directions. Parties that once seemed glamorous now sound disturbing. Moments that were once laughed off now feel serious. And people are starting to see things differently. And it doesn't stop there, because insiders are slowly stepping back. People who were once close are now creating distance. Some are staying quiet, while others are choosing their words carefully. Nobody wants to be dragged into something bigger than they expected. Then comes another twist that makes everything heavier. The idea that people knew things but chose silence. Not because they didn't see, but because speaking up had risks. And that silence now feels like part of the story. Now 50 Cent shifts the focus in a way that changes everything. He stops making it about personal issues. Instead, he points toward a bigger system behind the scenes. A system where patterns repeat and questions stay unanswered. And this changes everything, because now the story feels larger than individuals. It's no longer about one name or one moment. It becomes about how power moves quietly in the background, and how influence shapes what people are allowed to see. The more you think about it, the more unsettling it becomes. Fame starts to look less like success and more like control. Influence begins to feel like something deeper, and people start wondering what really goes on behind closed doors. Even the image of Jay-Z starts to feel carefully built over time. From a street figure to a global businessman, the the transformation looks perfect. But now people are asking if it was always that simple, or if there were things hidden along the way. And now the biggest question refuses to go away. If these connections were always there, why are they coming out now? Why is everything surfacing at the same time? And most importantly, who's going to be exposed next?